Hey friends, so last week I didn't get a chance to film, I didn't get a chance to film a brand new DIY because I was moving my craft space from one spot to another and, back spasms. That's the joy of being over 40. However, I didn't want to leave you without some type of holiday goodness. So today I'm resharing another one of my favorites from last year. And you're probably going to hear me call a bunch of projects my favorites because I really do enjoy these projects. So this one came to life after I fell in love with all of the sparkly textured trees that I was seeing in all the stores. So I decided to create my own version, and that's how this DIY crystal tree was born. All you'll need is a tree form, which you'll see that I used a foam cone and even a piece of rolled up paper. You'll also need some faux ice filler and some hot glue. Now this project does take a little bit of patience, but it's definitely worth it in the end. So let's jump right in. Welcome to Grace and Green Thumbs. If you're into DIYs, simple beauty, plant care, and intentional living, you're in the right place. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a moment to grow with us. So for this project, you'll need a hot glue gun, a foam cone, and faux ice crystals. Now, if I sound different, that's because I am recording this voiceover after I recorded the intro and the outro, and I have an upper respiratory infection, but that's neither here nor there. So to make this faux crystal ice tree, you simply take your faux ice crystal pieces and you want to glue them to each other around the form. You don't want to glue the crystals to the form because then you won't be able to take the foam cone out. You'll also notice that I left the plastic on the cone just as a layer of protection. Now this part can be a little tedious and time consuming, but this is the perfect time, as I mentioned before, to put on some Christmas music or a movie and just glue and place. Now here I'm almost at the top. I poked the foam cone out with a straw, and then I'm just closing up the top. And that's how the first one came out. Now for this next one, I'm going to use a piece of paper as my form. So I measured the height that I want my miniature ice crystal tree to be, made 3 marks, traced out the arc, cut it out, and then you'll see me fight for my life to tape this cone together. It was a little hard to take the cone together. Probably taping the cone together was harder than actually making the tree. But once you get the cone taped, it's the same process. You tape the ice crystals to each other and not to the form. And you'll see that I kind of take the form out to make sure that it's not getting stuck inside the crystals. And you just place and glue, place and glue. And there you have it. These DIY ice crystal trees came out so pretty and they looked so good, and I really, really enjoyed them. And that's it. This DIY is super easy and definitely gives you a big crystally shiny bang for your buck. And I'll be honest, this is one of those projects that is really good when you've got a little bit of time. You can put on your Christmas music and just enjoy the craft. If you give it a try, I'd love to see how yours turn out. Make sure that you leave a comment or tag me in photos or videos of your project. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you'll never miss any of our upcoming holiday DIYs. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time on Grace and Green Thumbs. All you'll need for this project is some type of form. You can see in the video that I used a foam cone. Let me try that again. All you'll need for this project is a form. All you'll need for this DIY All you need for this project is a form. In the video, you'll see that I used a foam cone. All you need for this project is a form. You'll see later in the video that I used a foam cone. That's a mouthful.